We got the big D tackle Cordell Murphy from Millbrook, Alabama. And the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Week is Kenyatta Watson with 2 interceptions and one of them returned for a touchdown. Good day, Internet. Let's have a good one. Hagan here with episode 12 of the Coach Charley Roy Dynasty. Something is wrong at Georgia State. The rumors are swirling. A major controversy is going to be exposed. Is that the reason for the back-to-back losses? On the field, McDaniel is looking to get his 17th sack of the season, which would give him the Sun Belt Conference record for sacks in a season. The Panthers will be traveling to San Marcos, Texas to take on the 7-3 Texas State Bobcats. We're going to update the Heisman, bowl projections, bracket, and stats before we get into recruiting, and then we will get into the highlights. In our Heisman race in 5th, we got Tyler Huff out of Jacksonville State, Carson Beck, Cam Ward at 3, Garrett Nussmeier at 2, and still in the lead, Will Howard, quarterback at Ohio State. Right now, Georgia State is projected to play in the Bahamas Bowl against Jacksonville State. And taking a look at the college football playoff bracket, we got 12 Miami University versus number 5 Oklahoma. We got number 9 seed Alabama versus number 8 seed Texas A&M, 11 seeded Oregon, number 6 seed Kansas State, 10 seed Michigan, 7 seed Missouri, at 4 Virginia Tech, at 3 Iowa State, at 2 Georgia, and still at number 1 Ohio State. And as we look at the stats, Christian Velu is just under 2,000 yards at 1830. He has 17 touchdowns and 11 interceptions while completing 68% of his passes. We look at running back, Freddy Brock is at 165 carries for 973 yards and 6 TDs. He's very close to a 1,000-yard season, averaging 5.9 a carry. Our leading receiver, Taylor Williams, 34 catches, 568 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ball is spread around pretty well. Dorian Fleming, 344 yards. Ted Hurst, 315 yards respectively. Alright, looking at the defense, leading the team in tackles is Jeremiah Johnson, followed by Kenyatta Watson. And leading the team in sacks is none other than the star, KD McDaniel with 16, and Kevin Swint still at 10. Leading the team in interceptions is cornerback Gavin Pringle. Leading the team in forced fumbles is KD McDaniel with 3. And leading the defense in touchdowns is also Gavin Pringle, who is leading the team in interceptions. Liam Rickman is 10 for 10 on the year from field goals with still 1 missed extra point. In the kick return game, Deuce Walker has returned 1 for a touchdown, and in the punt return game, Taylor Williams has returned 2 for a touchdown. We have a few players having standout seasons. Alright, let's jump into recruiting. We're going to move our latest recruit up. We're still first on the board. Here we go. We're going to have to adjust how we attack Reigns. We are going to send the house. Alright, on Abrams, we're going to have to send the house. Tim's already sending the house. Hollis is good. Cameron is good. Stefan is good. We're going to take him off the board. Boom. And we're out of time. Next, we're going to get into the highlights. Familiar foes, Texas State and Georgia State meet for a Sun Belt Conference game in San Marcos. We picked this up midway through the first. Texas State is putting together a solid drive when quarterback Jordan McLeod throws an interception in the end zone courtesy of Gavin Pringle, his 5th of the season. A few plays later, Velu would hit CJ Beasley for a big 22-yard gain. On the next play, Freddy Brock would gain 12 yards on the ground. On the same drive early in the second quarter, Velu would find Dorian Fleming for 10 yards. Freddy Brock would pick up the first down with an 8-yard carry. 2 plays later, CJ Beasley would cap off the drive with a 1-yard touchdown, giving Georgia State an early 7-0 lead. And the biggest moment of the game would happen on 2nd and 7 with 5:16 left in the second quarter. KD McDaniel would sack McLeod for a 4-yard loss, his record-breaking 17th sack of the season to set a new Sun Belt Conference record. McLeod would shake off the sack and convert on 3rd and 11 with a strike to wideout Cole Wilson, who would pick up 33 yards. 2 plays later, tight end Connor Fox would make magic happen. After catching the quick out, he'd break a tackle, bounce off another, kick off a third, and sprint down the left sideline for a 40-yard touchdown, tying the game at 7. The Panthers would answer quickly. First, Velu would find Dorian Fleming on a post for 23. 3 plays later, Velu would again find Fleming for 21. On the next play, Velu would hit Hurst, who toe-tapped for 19 yards. And on the next play, Taylor Williams would catch the rock, make one guy miss, and take it 16 yards for the score, giving the Panthers a 14-7 lead. Following a Bobcats punt, Velu would stay hot, hitting Fleming for 19 yards. Then hitting Williams for 16, leaving just 12 seconds in the first half. After 2 incompletions, the Panthers would attempt a 47-yard field goal. Liam Rickman would drill it to give Georgia State a 17-7 halftime lead. On the first drive of the second half, Christian Velu drops a beautiful dime to Kadarius Thompson, and Thompson takes it 67 yards to the house to put the Panthers up 23-7. Rickman would miss the PAT. After trading punts on the final play of the third quarter, the Panthers run a triple option for 10 yards to get inside the 10-yard line. Panthers would settle for a 21-yard field goal that Rickman would miss. The score would remain 23-7. Following the miss, Jordan McLeod would find Jaden Williams, who would race 50 yards to the end zone, cutting the lead 23-13. The Bobcats would punch in the 2-point conversion to make it an 8-point game, 23-15. Georgia State would answer back quickly. On the next series, Freddy Brock would find a seam and gallop all the way to the crib from 40 yards out to essentially put the game on ice, 30-15. Following the 2-minute warning, McLeod would drop it in the basket to Cole Wilson for a huge 37-yard gain. A few plays later, McLeod would deliver a Rockets wideout Jaden Williams for an 8-yard touchdown, making the score 30-22. The Bobcats would fail the onside kick and the Panthers would run out the clock to win 30-22. After back-to-back losses, the Panthers get a much-needed win, but we can't help but wonder when the bombshell controversy off the field will drop. Thank you for tuning in to episode 12 of the Coach Charley Roy Dynasty. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for episode 13.